Darkseer does that kind of, but he's not like an active.
Follow up to the vacuum as of now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you have Terrorize. Kind of vacuum
And
into
make him go.
Like a Sven type hero or anything like if there's usually it's a core Night Stalker, right? But this is probably the one hero in the patch that can enable a support Night Stalker with the Darkseer.
But at the same time, do you like support Night Stalker with Darkseer?
I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying that like you have to have some way of enabling his laning stage, right?
Yeah.
You're not doing Willow. So
well, this is going to be a Moon Knight Stalker. You can figure too.
Oh no, absolutely,
Yeah.
it's possible. Like they're the team that absolutely is willing to do this with absolute last pick because if you have that absolute last pick, you'll get the lane counter in the mid lane. So then you can reliably pick a hero that's going to carry you from the mid lane. But they do have to pick a hero that synergizes with Darkseer in the laning stage, and I feel like a lot of them are banned or not good looking here.
Do you like, so there's Sand King, Slardar.
So they actually just say this is a 4-position Night Stalker. I mean, I have to assume that's
or
what
a
they're saying.
Z-Freak Dark.
Or is he? He has done that before. He has.
Has he actually?
He's crazy, man.
We have seen that.
Dude drinks orange juice out of a mason jar. Of course he's gonna play friggin' Darkseer support. That's not instant. Who else drinks
Hipster.
orange juice out of... Yeah, it's it.
Who plays Darkseer support?
Exactly.
Complexity is
Hipster.
going off the wall. VGJ Storm's like, all right, we'll just pick very
What's
standard
happening?
stuff
Yeah.
right now.
It's
I
like
mean,
the most
Slark's good
standard
against Drow
draft.
Marana. Marana can't escape Leash with Leap, and Drow obviously sucks against any hero that gets on top of her.
You have Disruptor. You have Disruptor Naga
Yeah, that's the
Siren.
pick,
And you
for
have
sure.
Disruptor against Slark. You have Disruptor against Darkseer.
You have Disruptor against Night Stalker.
It's over. I'm out.
That good? I thought you didn't like the vision problem.
I think it's good in sense of like Night Stalker relying on mobility and then you glimpsing
yeah.
him back.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, you know, the vision reduction is annoying, but is there a support they can pick that gives vision? No. I don't think so.
I mean,
There's no 5 with night vision, right?
It's a Spirit
Other than
Breaker.
Wyvern.
Would still be interesting, actually.
Wyvern.
Wyvern probably is too weak.
see that or hero. Feel like
Okay. For the Ion Shell?
Or the eventual Huskar pick.
I think it's just for the Ion Shell, but you could
Yeah.
pick
Could also
Huskar
be
as well.
Huskar. Yeah, they
There it
banned
is, there it
yeah.
is. I'm fine with that.
That was an immediate ban of like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one.
Honestly, you said they had problems with like the lane pressure from the Darkseer, so they just pick Oracle. I think that's not a bad pick at all. It's a little bit weak in laning stage, but the fact that it like completely nullifies this Darkseer makes it not so weak in the,
The
laning
Fortune's
stage
End
anymore.
Purge, yeah.
you have two saving mechanisms for the Drow Ranger and Marana.
Drow doesn't capitalize on Oracle nearly as well as most cores, though. Because she usually will just be in the middle of everything and have no mobility and die anyway.
But at least Oracle has really high attack speed, so she takes advantage of the the Drow Ranger
Lane
aura.
special.
A low
Or
base
he,
attack time, low
yes.
damage, so... Is it a he?
I believe it is
Let's
one of
not get into
those.
that
It's one of
discussion.
those crazy ones. He's an Oracle
Tell us
of
about
land.
the lore.
Immediately
Look, you
tried
want
to
the
change
lore?
subject.
Tell us about the
Oracle
lore.
is stationed on the Pantheon of Dota. Now, the Pantheon, you have Zeus, you have Oracle, and you have his brother who's not yet in Dota yet, who's going to be a new hero. And those three rule the land of Dota, but occasionally they want to fight. In this game, Oracle is ready to fight.
Lena pick based on
For
the
those,
TA ban?
for those of you who
Beastmaster.
don't know the lore of Dota 2 and you're thinking about getting into it and you're like, wow, that sounds like a really dumb concept. Don't worry, Grant's
Or what
just
if they
making
think it's a
shit
real
up.
cool
That is
concept?
not-
That is a
that-
sick concept.
yeah.
If Oracle and Zeus and an unnamed hero, like I set up,
I think it's gonna be
Valve.
Beastmaster.
Y'all are welcome.
Okay, I love how Briggy's... Yeah, I
I'm
honestly...
just having my own conversation
I
over
admire
here.
your, like,
That's gonna be-
persistence to get us
it's
back
Lena,
into this
right?
game of Dota 2. I
Lena.
wouldn't mind Beastmaster.
BSJ did call Lena as well, yeah.
It's Lena.
I think it's Lena, though. I think you don't put Marana mid here because you're against Slark. You don't want it to be like your
Nagamon
2 position.
Not a DK.
Okay, we've been seeing a bit of that because he becomes ranged.
Yeah.
He isn't ranged in the laning stage, but he
big.
becomes ranged. They did need a frontliner to some extent, so I guess that's probably better. If you pick like a Lena, you have 3 cores that die to Slark. And even though Slark like feeds off of you for essence shift, he doesn't exactly burst you or anything like that.
And you do get percentage-based damage reduction.
Yeah, they have
against a
damage
hero that
issues.
steals stats.
Yeah, they have damage issues for Complexity. Like, they need a hero in the mid lane that lanes well against DK, and
line. Like you have to get you need somebody who gets on top of the Oracle, right?
Fortune's in though is a problem though for a hero like
you
Ember
have
the
to
Purge.
get you need somebody who gets on top.
I think
of the
Ember or
Oracle,
Storm or
right?
Fortune's in though is a problem though for a hero like
You
Ember
have to
the
get
Purge.
you need somebody who gets on top.
I think
That's
Ember
a
or
limp
Storm
Kunkka.
or
Fortune's in though is a
Has to be.
Z-Freak, Night Stalker, okay.
It's a counter to Naga Siren
Fortune's in though is a
and just give a good like kind of frontline presence. Get on top of.
The X is good against the That's heavily position reliant, so positioning, so having that X to catch people out. But you do have the Oracle to prevent the bow combo, which is like really strong because you know it's coming. It's like a 4-second delay, so you just I honestly don't even know what the second ability is called.
Fate's Edict.
Yeah, Fate's Edict, the hero magic damage. So I don't like it in that sense, but otherwise I do see why they picked it.
I'll be honest. Until I see like Cole play the laning phase, I'm pretty heavily in favor of the looking at the drafts. But you lose a laning phase, right? Like that's half of Dota right now. Like,
Yeah.
A big laning phase, like your Night Stalker, your Darkseer just own a lane.
BSJ was talking about the last
Every
game,
single one of these Complexicity heroes at like 25 minutes, they have a weak point.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Like
Yeah.
Kunkka, it makes that transition from going to magic to physical damage. That's his weak point. You have this Lark who's just not in the Shadowblade pickoff area, and then he needs to turn into a good game item, so BKB. His weak point is around that 30-minute marker as well. You've got the two supports in Night Stalker and Dark Willow, who aren't going to be terrible at that point, but they're also not going to win you team fights as well. And then your last one is going to be the Darkseer, who doesn't, like, he combos off of Kunkka a bit, but it's also, like, at that point in time, the Ion Shell is less effective, and you're not quite to the point where your wall, like, can win you a fight if you get a good wall vacuum. So it's pretty much I feel like it's entirely on them getting some really sick synergistic team fights where vacuum, torrent, boat lands to be able to stop this Drow Ranger from ending.
And they can't. Like all it takes is one big team fight.
I think this entire game is on Slark's start because he's the hero that punishes VGJ for separating. So if he has a good start, like a 12-13 minute Shadow Blade, they're going to have to group up. And the one thing about the Kunkka is that he does D-push really well. So the efficiency from VGJ on the map will just not be there because all of their heroes except for DK die to Slark. So it's just like one of those things where I look at this game, I think that Complexity is going to have problems in the laning stage though, just because you have this Darkseer hero who's completely countered by the enemy 5. And like Cap mentioned, they will have this vulnerability period where they don't want to fight on these heroes, and you're against a Drow lineup, so you're going to be forced to fight.
Yeah, if you get to a point where like you could do the X blink hit and do a good amount of physical damage. VGJ Storm don't have a sustained hero.
Yeah.
Right, like they don't have an offlaner that gets you mech and guard and that sort of thing. So that can be problematic for V.
So who do you have, Cap?
I would definitely take VGJ.
Me too.
This game.
All right, Complexity it is.
Okay.
Lone Rider over here.
There it is.
Did it yesterday, it worked.
Granners.
What?
Not feeling well. Oh, that's that. Apparently Moon Meanders had to step away for a minute here as
Said
we
he's
were
in the
pause.
water closet.
I don't think that's what that meant.
Yeah, it is. WC means
WC
water
is
closet.
water closet. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Canadian thing.
Okay,
also
that's what
German.
it means.
call me out. I know my languages. They call I literally my nickname in high school used to be the Tower of Babel.
I don't think that would
I speak all languages.
Not Babelfish.
I already learned. I learned it by it. I love.
Is your name Tower of Babel because you got too arrogant? You were struck down by God. Is that why?
That's where I was going with it.
Oh God, gotta go.
See you at.
Look. I don't know. What does Z-Freak do in lane here? He does the Orb of Venom. Okay. Last time he didn't. He had like 2 kills in a fairy fire. I'm like, I don't think that's ever the Orb of Venom on this hero.
Yeah,
that-
any hero with low right click, you have to.
Yeah.
The last time I saw it was because somebody Ranger and Hardy Ranger grabbed the orb.
But I assume it's gonna be the Night Stalker with the Darkseer, right? Or will it be the Dark Willow?
I imagine
Phase.
it will be Night
Just
Stalker.
a tri-lane blows
but
all our minds.
I don't know how they play this around Fortune's End, because it's a very low cooldown removal of the Ion Shell, 15 seconds.
Yeah. 75 mana.
Plus, you need the ranged hero to help it offset the Mirana advantage.
Slark should have issues with himself. Can't imagine him. Like, look at his. He did buy a ton of reach, but I like the fact that they're smoking to try to establish an early advantage. They might even put Slark off lane.
Like you said, right? It's going to be a lot of lane swapping early. They want the good lane versus Drow.
They want Slark. I think they want Slark versus Drought. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I don't think he can lane Nagamorana in this.
Wait, I called your name because did you give a prediction? Did you say BGG?
I said I'm excited. I think Cole definitely has a chance. If they win the 3-11, I think Cole has a really good chance. I'm not sure you do that versus Drow.
Adam just walked down, warded right on top of his beat.
Oh, that's spot for a place for
they pinged on resolution. So I'm sorry, on snaking. Playing Morana this game.
Yeah, it was ping first.
So this is a resolution drought. Very interesting to see these teams like this that, like, it feels like drought not really the one. You know, she's the carry, but not really the hero that ends up winning you the game. Usually, she just different else winning the game. So having a player like Rezo on that's very interesting.
Similar to like a spirit.
Yeah,
in that one role. Moomiander.
Blitz was talking about that. He said Rezo was the one who asked for a Ranger in their first game they won.
Yeah.
And he said that it showed maturity from Rezo, because it used to be in DC that never wanted to draw a Ranger, even when it would.
Okay.
Because it was
Drow range. What if it, like, if you want to look good, you don't pick a Drow
no
range,
carry
right?
wants to play drought. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it's just the hero that you're expected to have a terrible start. You're weak laner.
Sick,
That's really cool, yeah. Pops Moomiander. Coming through. But Creep's gonna be killed off quickly.
So when you play this as the Darkseer, what you just do is, like, you spread out your Ion Shell usage. So you put, like, one on the creep, you never double Ion Shell on them, because
They'll just purge too.
yeah, SVG wants to make the value play. He's not gonna pop his purge knowing that you have another Ion Shell ready to go.
Playing the Slark against Nagamorana though, so it's gonna be a little rough for him. Both heroes are just trade quite favorably with Slark.
What are Naga's starting items? Sorry, I assumed that
The middle matchup, DK versus the Kunkka. Right now, very even.
That should just be.
till what, like level 2 or 3 tide here doesn't Punkit like out deny him hard until he gets Soul Ring.
How does like Dragon Breath reduce or damage reduction work with Tidebringer?
Good question. But the thing is, until you get Soul Ring, I think Punk actually like with that at level 3. Then you get Soul Ring and fire like that.
Yeah, it's like it works on all damage like in your attack, but that doesn't say you're on your much getting the Tidebringer.
Top of the diving. Oh,
It's disjoint like you said.
It's actually really important. Otherwise, because I just played against CG where they did it, and I'm a Wind Ranger, and I got netted and just died.
Watch that.
Hey, don't bring it up, dude.
You're the one who brought it up.
Hey, you guys hear the reason why he played support?
Oh, why was it?
Because my position player said I'm playing next. I'm like, wait, what? It was like when the game already started.
The game was just over when he said that.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I said we're gonna try to like play a fun lineup seriously, but then he just did that, and I was like, well, I guess we're not taking this seriously.
Well, I like he's good harass. It's crazy how important region. You know, like you'd rather not get a first blood and save your region than
Yep.
like suicide your region.
The lane's gonna get a little bit of damage for here.
On the tower.
Tower combo.
A tower shot. So
Gonna
good
force him
below
to
half.
south. Not bad.
Off it
That's
there.
a Soul Ring.
Not the most scary game for others.
Drow lane with 8 denies, 10 denies total, but 8 on the Drow.
I think it's the problem with running Night Stalker, especially against like this dual range, is that you like when you pick this Darkseer, you want a presence that can actively go on the enemy hero, because otherwise you just are throwing down Ion Shell and they're constantly denying. Like you need to be able to actually have a kill combo, otherwise it's just denial.
You are in trouble. No, he's not in trouble.
He's gonna take damage, but he's fine. He's got a Soul Ring.
Yeah. He's blocking him quite a bit, but
Like how it's like actually
CS.
doing nothing though.
Yeah.
With the tango up, he's actually doing no.
blood. Pretty good. Bramble Maze put down. MSS figuring out the maze. That's so close. Can't get through this tree right here, so Morana will take one.
It's like, wait, I got a stout shield and 3 mangoes. I don't.
Slark, as kind of expected, he's not having the best start bottom lane. Resolution, he'll be fine. I mean, he has SVG backup and everything. There's that Fortune's End. Urging off the Ion Shell right away. Surge on out, so the Oracle pick already proving its worth early in the laning phase against the Darkseer. Is the reason, I mean, you can't really switch, right, if you're Complexity, just keep it down here with the Darkseer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Slark does that much better at this point. If you look at the CS Drow compared to Slark, having a much better start.
That just has to feel so bad, though. The Ion Shell literally every time it just purged off.
Drow does have 11 tonight. Mirana has 6, yeah, but the night game is so strong with the Drow Aura.
Already hits for 80.
Oh. What do you like seeing? We've been seeing a lot of MKB first. Like, even when there's no evasion, MKB first Miranas, or are you still like the Maelstrom Mirana?
It depends on what your position on the team is. If you're the hard one, I think the Maelstrom is generally better. But especially in this game, because I think he wants to get an early BKB, because that's his only way out of the X and Pounce combo. Like, between the two of them, that's the only way out. So I think he'll probably go like a transitional item into the BKB, so Maelstrom being cheaper.
This is the one cool thing about the Ion Shell +1 play is that you can always put the Ion Shell on the 4 position and have him TP up to the top lane. And all of a sudden this gank is going to be super potent.
Level. It's nighttime.
He's only level 2.
He has silence.
No silence. Tried to go for the Pounce.
Did not connect, snaking a little too quick, and now the net in return. No arrow follow-up though. Bravelmaze, in fact, MSS. Gonna be able to make his way out of there.
He just got worked by those right clicks on Z3.
Yeah, he had the Shadow Realm very defensively there.
So you guys have been seeing MKB Mirana?
I saw it a couple
MKB
times, I want to
first.
say.
I did see it a couple times,
MKB,
yeah.
it's like Treads Aquila wand. And then you get like the Javelin, right?
I thought
You're
this
like,
is
it
just
Maelstrom?
I thought this is just a win breakthrough.
Oh,
Wow. Almost goes down right there with the Starstorm, but he survives. Z-Freak, however, will fall. That's the first blood.
not good.
Nagamura
They're
is
getting
such
they're dumb right now in lane. Like top and bottom lane. And look at DK. It's even. So you're winning 2 lanes and you're eating 1 lane.
And he happens to be top CS overall. Arcane Rune also will be picked
Oh,
up.
for the first drag form, the pure value.
80-second cooldown. 60-second duration. Pretty good. Freak soaking up some experience top. Dude, this is going to be free farm for snaking now.
Just look at the 2 range cores and denies. 20 and 12. A 32 denies. And denies are decent this patch too, so.
Especially range guys, they're game.
Well, they're running at resolution.
And he's full mana, so this Oracle will
And
make you
denial
completely
creeps.
useless.
No Fate's Edict just yet. It's for the heals from Oracle.
Level 4 stink.
These lanes are like so perfect right now for a V.
He's surging them in.
All right, they want this kill on somebody. There's a TP though from actually 2 heroes. Dragonite comes over the old dragon form. It's in trouble. Frost down to TP. It's not going to work. Double kill for resolution. Ambitious play for Complexity, no doubt.
I mean, this Drow's level 6 and Slark's level 4.
And look, like they didn't even hard care, right? He's just sitting up top farming. Like you commit your arcane rune dragon form bottom counter gank, and you get 2 kills, and you're
They did
still
lose
winning
half their
lanes.
tower mid, but I mean, a very small price to pay to get that like pressure off of your. This is a level 2 Night Stalker.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's not even a support Night Stalker. It's a 5 Night Stalker, which just if you say it's a 5 Night Stalker, Cap, would you say bad or good?
Terrible.
Like, not good, especially in daytime now that like you used to cancel TVs, right? At least you had something. You can't even do that anymore.
Yeah, this first nighttime has been
Garbage.
pretty useless. Only level 2.
The entire nerfs were pointed at support Night Stalker.
Yeah, and now you make even worse than 4. Like you're not even gonna have a 4 level.
Dude,
gonna try
I
to
want to
wrap
see.
around.
I want to see the odds. If they're not like 4 to 1, I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
But probably like 6.
That's it. Probably more than this race. 4,000 worth lead at 8 minutes in. And there's no sign of Complexity having any kind of recovery, frankly. I mean, Kunkka, I guess, being played by Limp, maybe top lane if he gets a kill up here, but that's not going to happen. Well, I was already falling
And
back.
if you're ahead, just don't die,
Yeah.
and you win.
That, one of you talked about, right, how they do like on Complexity rotating that position 1 core to get killed. They just tried that, right?
Yeah.
And it failed. VG, I mean, if we know it, right, VGJ clearly knows it.
I mean, it's way different when you have like Heroes of Slark
Yeah.
rotating this early.
The way it works is like if you're ahead in this patch, the enemy team usually only has 1 move.
Is this 2 now?
Might be.
If they wanted, I think they could, but they definitely could have.
Draw's already giving everyone 31 damage.
There's no way Complexity's fighting this. I mean, they have nothing really to...
Well,
I guess they have
trying.
Conquer.
Oh, the
Oh, and you got the ship, and oh, it actually does hit Drow Resolution.
Top and Shrine. Yep.
a defense though.
Yeah, it prevents the tower. That's the good news for Complexity. They did have
This
an
is a
out
level
Conco.
4 Slark.
Like you can just tell VGJ Storm's doing everything correctly, and Cole's not doing anything wrong, but like they're just
dead,
outdrafted.
He's just dead.
Like
Walks
Cole-
right up.
This just feels like a complete outdrafted.
It is. Yeah.
Slark, is this maybe a... What can you get on Slark at this point, BSJ? Would you maybe go, like, hit him minus? Is there
I'm
anything
telling you, you're gonna lose all your towers before you even can fight.
Shadowblade. Like, I mean,
You just
like-
still have to get Shadowblade?
I'm saying you still have to go Shadowblade, and by the
he's
time
the
you have
same
Shadowblade, you're gonna have lost X to your tower, maybe even more.
You know, there's that Fate's Edict, Fortune's End. He's dead.
To start, I mean that's honestly huge, except for the fact that they didn't give it to Slark. Free.
I don't think they had detection, did they? So he had to like nick it before he went into this.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like,
Yeah,
like
I know.
yeah, you have to get the kill, but it's unfortunate. This patch is just like the more and more you get behind, you can't even show in lanes anymore. And heroes like Slark heavily rely on being able to just like clear waves with Pact and leave. Getting his level 6 mid though.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, Dragon is back up. Slark, one more creep kill. He doesn't have a pet. Putting some damage in though is you are, and he fire. Oh my god, that actually almost killed.
He might still
Might?
die. He's dead.
Oh my god.
And he's still not level 6. It just continues.
Ow. I mean, that's just a moment where these good players, like, I emphasize pressure a lot, and like, a lot of people don't really understand what that means. Yawar knows that he's level 8, and the Slark's level 5, and he knows there's absolutely nothing Slark could do. So he just runs up to him, and he's like, maybe this won't kill him, but he's just going to go back to base. Best case
And if
scenario.
it didn't, you just push the tower.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What are you gonna do? If you could rotate 5 heroes middle, and then the other 2 heroes.
And then
on the map,
Mirana's going to take your tier 2.
It's a very high probability play with 0
Yeah.
outcome that's bad.
And that's the pressure means. Like that's why we're getting competitive right now with how go ball it is. It's just so easy to keep this lead.
Does catch the vision very quick.
Yeah, you can only imagine the thing of VGJ Storm right now. They know this means TI for them. And obviously, you got to keep your composure at the same time, but they got to be feeling so good with this lead.
It's actually going Manta on Snaking, which is quite interesting. It doesn't give you, it doesn't get you out of X lead. Obviously, Slark very low on the concern list, but he could still die to the Shadowblade Kunkka once he comes online in 600 gold.
High damage and against Stalker, I guess. Like you're getting a Manta later in the game for damage, anyways. So.
It's just interesting. Like I feel like a lot of people itemize to just not die to whatever their source of killing you is.
Oh. 7k lead at 12 minutes. It's 5-1. The thing is, VGJ Storm, they don't have to ever, like, they can just farm up. We've seen, like, Drow Rangers actually used late game now.
Yeah, like the DD from top might even like just do Roche. Yeah, they're gonna see it. I think maybe they're gonna check it right now. They could just, they honestly could just Roche with this.
Probably waiting for the call, but in the meantime, Complexity, they're also smoked. Slark is the only one not with them. You have Darks. Did they have Darks as well? No, he hasn't leveled it up yet. He's not too surprising. Either.
Pretty much this, one of your cores is completely countered by one. Feels pretty.
And they have no way of like reliably jumping the Oracle with being a hero in the game. So Oracle will reliably like be able to purge Ion Shells, save her cores. So anytime Mirana wants to play aggressive on the map, he's just gonna have an Oracle behind him. So maybe that's the reasoning. It's like, who cares about Slark and X combo if I just have an Oracle behind me at all times? Obviously, Oracle's getting her farm or getting bottom farm right now, but he doesn't need to be near Mirana.
Almost level 7 now.
Almost got power treads. In fact, he has the gold for it. Recovery. Shadowblade finished on Kunkka meanwhile, so we can't forget about Limp. He is doing a good job with farm.
I mean, they scale well against the VGJ Storm lineup. It's just like, if you actually can get there or not. This game's looking grim in order to actually get to that point where your heroes do what they're expected to do.
Free kill. Free kill.
What I was talking about
the plan. Right back into your trap. Is it enough damage though, Snake? He's good for now. The Battle Limp can't run him down. The auto attack. The false promise comes out, and now here's the turn. No. That's gotta feel so bad for Complexity. so close yet so far.
Yeah, Z-Freak had to commit with that Bedlam earlier.
Yeah, he didn't. He held it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get the kill. You're both still dying, but at least we got the kill.
Yeah.
Now,
Maybe they'd be able to terrorize and save themselves. You never know. Unlikely, but...
Now a regen room too.
Fine.
Okay, Z-Freak, you have no ability to get in there except scare him out and Night Stalker's skill. Let's see it. They could.
It's possible, I guess.
Now it's
yeah, they're
not.
just gonna song.
Song and then guarantee it.
Kill as well.
Kill Night Stalker.
Arrow him.
Boom.
You have to do it, right? You're actually so far behind
Oh,
those
of
games.
course.
Dying there doesn't even mean anything to Adam.
And on BGJ's side, they're gonna commit every single thing they possibly can to secure the 0% chance that they lose Throsh. That was interesting. Dragon Knight stunned a creep. Going because the creep had an edge.
Bottom lane. I mean, Moo was farming bottom during that, so you see the Shadow Blade progress. Going.
Actually might kill him.
Into a Bramble, into a Pounce. And the damage, though, it doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. Snake King once again will survive.
Okay, they force reactions.
They are. Space created, that's the way to put it.
God, his damage
Auto
already.
attacks.
Kunkka's coming, but there's a shrine.
So much.
And that's a we're 8k up on you, not dying.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like that's a very good gank, but because they're up so much gold, it fails.
Complexity seems like yes, but exactly as you put it, Grant, that's net worth showing in.
When you're this far behind, you just can't play Dota. Meaning, like, you would normally, and at that point, you're like, what do we do?
They saw the ward get placed too. Anything they do is just gonna counter. He's body block.
Yeah, he
has
knows.
to know.
But what can you do at that point?
Not gonna
TP, I guess. Snare.
Barely, but and they know.
Raldo, is this actually a kill?
His Aegis. This is
This
actually
shit.
really out of position. What is he doing there?
Why do you
Dust.
Shadow Blade her? I mean, they'll have to back up. But...
Okay, well, I guess that's a start. You didn't kill him twice, but you got the Aegis.
Oh, he did it to save the siege unit. He literally committed the Aegis to save the siege unit.
Smart.
I mean, if there was
Value.
That
Yeah.
siege unit does more than double damage of what a normal siege unit would do, so...
and if you click the E button.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what he did, yeah.
I think.
Try to keep up with Grant.
Well, I thought. I mean, it just does amazing, didn't you? With him, with mind. Yeah, it's just I'm doing my Doctor Strange right now. I'm looking at every possible outcome for Complexity, and there is one.
What is it?
It's the 5-man vacuum into the 5-man cleave double Daedalus boat.
Okay. So that's at what minute in the game?
A minute they're not going to make it to.
Okay.
But I would say 40
you
minutes.
said it was possible. Yeah.
Okay, so if they get there...
Anything is possible. I've seen the Lego movie,
Well, if you're Doctor Strange, you saw the outcome. So
Yeah.
it would be a minute. I mean,
but I was also daydreaming. Who knows if it was a real dream or a true prediction. Keep up, right?
There.
Just kidding.
that doesn't work that way.
Oh,
Touche.
they have a Crimson Guard. On Moon, what's that?
Yeah, on Moon.
Moon, Darkseer.
Soul Ring Wand.
No boots.
Dude, I love it.
He might
I
be in
love
some
it.
trouble on Slark if he gets silenced. No!
Oh, Mirana, though. Meanwhile, Slark goes down bottom lane, but Mirana is caught, and this time they do have damage.
Absolutely a good trade for Complexity.
How do they not?
How did they only get
gold?
3-2-2 for that? Come on, Valve. You give them the right amount of gold. No memes, please. They actually lost gold in that exchange somehow. Oh wait, no. Okay.
No, they definitely won.
The recap did not originally show the Mirana kill for whatever.
I know they came out on top. Yeah, that's for sure. But
So if you're VJ Storm, when do you actually siege uphill? Is it next Aegis?
Yeah, it is.
You
Usually
take
with
this-
Drow or like Huskar lineups, you like first Aegis, outer tier towers, second Aegis is.
That's tier 2. So then one middle. These you win team fight, you're just gonna take the rest of the base.
Yeah, you're gonna Aegis. You're this far ahead. We've talked about it last game. The bounty runes, all the camps to farm. It's just so much net worth to accrue. So there's no reason to force uphill.
Funko, image room, find an opportunity, but instead we'll just cleave down the middle lane. And fall back.
He's almost caught up to the Mirana though. So great job of keeping right. Slark 5k, and it's not like Slark farm much quicker with any item. Like he can stock heroes, maybe move around the jungle, but
Yeah, his pact is his farm speed.
You know, Darkseer. So the Iron Chill and Yoar will be perfect on the guess. Got his Crimson Guard off, but there's no way he's living this, right? Surge.
I mean, Crimson
Got
Guard is
this.
sick, man. Oh,
The jukes.
TP,
They
the
saw.
jukes in the trees.
But the creep helping him.
Creep block the TP.
blink.
Oh, the blink from Yawar again.
Dude, the creep tried. Back like creep.
Bottom lane. Meanwhile, Night Stalker also gets caught. Purifying Flames, plenty of new damage. Oh,
Nobody got X.
got some creep kills. There's the
Going
X.
for the Oracle.
False promise. He's got it in case. Doesn't even need it. Let's heal up instead.
Value Shadow Amulet.
Oh no, Gust off through. That's going to be a kill on Dark Willow for sure. Slar, he just going to have to sit there and watch.
Now it's a tier 2.
Got his Shadow Dance ready to go, but no Shadow Blade yet. We're now approaching 20 minutes in. A tier 2 tower kill for VGJ Storm, and I believe their biggest lead of the game, 11,000 net worth now.
Killing it. Playing it perfectly.
Oracle had to buy something right there.
A lot of Sentry. He did buy it. He bought like 600.
There you go.
A lot. BSJ, could you ever see yourself moving to be a support player, or is it not in like your mindset?
It's possible. I mean, it's something where, you know, I constantly get reminded by my chat of my mechanical limitations, so that's probably...
What do you mean? Didn't you watch earlier today?
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, that was the debut.
No, I think support play, it's all just knowing about the game, right? Because the reason why most captains are supports is because you're not busy doing much else than planning for your team, and you're like, what do my cores need? I'm going to buy it for them. I'm going to sit behind them. My cores want to play this half of the map. I'm going to ward here. This is our objective. I'm going to smoke here. You know, that's what supports spend their time doing. So, you know, it's definitely a consideration. But, you know, I have 2 months to ponder it. You know.
You know, they just farm up, take tier 2. I think you take the middle tier 2. Get rid of them.
We saw the BKB finish there on Drow. It's a matter of being delivered out to him.
And BKB's already done on Yawar as well, so almost all of the damage from Complexity is magical. So, will they catch Morana here is the question. Slark still does not have Shadow Blade. He has it being delivered, but not have it.
Vacuum's been leveled up.
For Drow to have a BKB before Slark has Shadow Blade is pretty feels bad, man, because that's like the only way you counter Drow.
That is the first part of how they win. Blink that is up on Dark here.
Okay.
So they have the Blink vacuum wall ready to go.
Now we need 2 data lie on the Conquer.
That's the biggest thing too, right? Like
Daedalus is?
It's cactus, cacti, it's cactus.
Data lie.
dude, they're sieging tier 3 right now because they know 2 people rotated top. Even if they don't get it, which they might. Like, hello, where's your Crimson Guard defending your tier 3? Anyone?
Unhealable.
Most. I know we're on net worth. Can we go back to last hits denies? I just want to see how many denies they ended with.
58 total.
31. No, he's getting more. The Mirana just got 2 more. Mirana is now playing around. Oh, we'll make it another. 31 to 34. Mirana's ruthless. Snake King is pure value. Against a Darkseer, right? That's just free experience.
That's how you win the lane against Darkseer, because he's going to kill every creep with Ion Shell, so the way you counter him, he's never really right-clicking the creeps, so if you're right-clicking them, he's just getting no XP, and obviously no.
They don't have a Yules yet on VGJ Storm side, so Kunko pretty free to
see tower.
Do what he's doing, but there's that tower. Wrap around.
They got this BKB DK.
Carries ain't no damn.
I think he's really too concerned. In fact, Adam, he's the one that's dead. Okay, that's not gonna work. Darkness, all for naught. 30 seconds he's dead for. Heal the shrine. Why not?
All your cores work.
Everyone's pushing out top meanwhile. Her BKB is now just about there, 200 more gold or so.
Zealous Wand.
Yep, there you go.
I don't like to, but I'm not gonna go farm 200 gold and wait for the check. I'm in the mind of it.
Blink. It's on cooldown now. Man, they're using that blink to get away, at least in that case. Still no boots, just relying on the surge, and I guess a haste rune is nice too.
Cap, how's it going?
Anything
Good.
interesting on Reddit over there, Cap?
Hello?
Not really.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those games where it's...
There's not. I mean,
You see it?
one
What more
team's
can you say,
clearly
yeah.
outdrafted a team, and one team's clearly outplaying.
We've had a couple
Yeah,
of these today.
I got some analysis for you guys.
All right.
I'm ready to be the 4th man on the cast.
Hit me with it.
When you're 16,000 gold behind,
Yes, 17.
17.
17,000 gold behind,
Go on.
Sit in your base and wait for VGJ Storm to make a mistake.
And then if they don't,
And then if they don't, then well, you have lost, and you still have the playoffs to play.
that's true.
This reminds me of like
So
one of those,
smart.
one of those like beetles that's flipped on its back.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's kind of like
Like
the
John
legs are
Lennon?
squirming, and it's just hoping that somebody will.
together.
Jesus. You're just like hoping somebody will come over and flip you, you know?
I think they're more
Just
like a turtle.
Yeah, it's like a
right?
turtle.
Turtle does.
I mean, I didn't want to. Like turtles are like, you know, people like turtles.
Resolution.
I didn't want it
That's
to be
a
a
gust
turtle.
into auto attacks. That's a death.
Nobody wants to see a turtle flailing.
That's
Nobody
true.
minds seeing
That's
a beetle flailing.
G, it's fine.
Come on,
Can't
BTJ,
overcommit.
just
Roche
flip
is
him
up.
over. Let him have it. Just give him some eggs.
Roche is up.
Clark's in here. They have a sentry.
Ron living top lane. Yeah, they know exactly. And he
Oh,
gives
the
it away
back
to
is
the
good
wall
combo.
It's okay. It's going to pull back in onto Resolution, but a BKB TP,
Where's Jay?
he gets out.
Data lie.
And now Ron is coming over the Moonlight Shadows. You are. Does that blink? You'll find a chance on a limp. That's the target for VGJ Storm, and they make it happen.
The leap attack speed.
50 seconds. He ain't coming back. Hey, Roshan.
Hello.
This is what VGJ Storm have been waiting for to end the game.
Yep. I mean, they already pushed to tier 3 without it, but this is, oh, look at it. He knew something was up.
They can pay. Crimson.
No vision uphill, though. He has to run all the way up if he wants.
No beacon
Late
either.
low, though.
This is the chance for them to. Oh,
Never mind. You are jumps to the back line. Night Stalker's picked off right away. Arrow's gonna swing and a miss. Paramount Maze, Manta style to get out.
well, that's what the Manta was for.
Next level.
Not just the Night Stalker silence, but also the.
And into the old Roche arena.
And later he can have the mana burn.
That is true.
A lot of increased damage.
Gab, you always bring the next level to the cast.
I got you.
Thanks for joining the conversation.
I'm the support to your carry in this cast,
Okay.
like our normal pubs.
So, yep, if everything goes correctly, then it's
Oh.
because I did a good job. If
1
everything
to
goes wrong,
12.
it's yours.
I would probably put it. I'd probably say like 1 to 25,
It
honestly.
should probably be higher.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The odds.
Like the
Oh.
odds.
It's 1 to
Oh, was it?
12.44.
So
I would say
if the odds are 1, if I bet like $1,000, do I make like $1?
Usually it was like 1.03.
Okay, I'd be like 1. Okay.
So you'd make 3 cents
I'd
per
make
dollar.
30. I'd make 3 cents per dollar. So I'd make $3
I mean,
if I bet.
Yeah.
go
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
Got
there
that going
go.
for you.
I mean, I would feel pretty confident.
Sounds worth it.
You know,
Yeah.
that's more than I made from this tournament.
$100 would net you $3.
I'm obvious.
No, you stop. Don't worry. You were
stranger
just you were
qualifiers.
1-0 off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was 1 game off of making it to the tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Feel bad, man.
Well, what do you mean? I was 1 game off.
Yeah, but that's 2 extra days. Even if you lose tomorrow, the bracket gets played the next day, so that's 2 more days of gaming.
Yep.
You could always just do pubs.
Instead, you're sitting here with us, providing a great analysis.
Coming up with some way to
Oh boy,
purposely
Night Stalker's
mispronounce it.
dead. Snake King, BKB, just gonna go toe-to-toe with
Oh,
Kafka.
they're
His
just
own BKB
focusing
in
him
this
during
fight,
the
though.
BKB.
I love
That's not gonna work.
This is G's, right? You drop them,
Z-Freak, she was dead, and something tells me those DGs could be coming out. Vacuum wall combo. Kinda hits. Gust in return, though. False promise on Trout Ranger just in case. Remember, she still has the Aegis.
This is when you farm the wall up, right? I would.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, we've seen people do that. GGs are called.
No.
BGJ Storm is going to TI, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to point out that they won
Congratulations.
22-2 with what was a 22K lead.
They deserve
Great.
this.
It
They
was a
absolutely
22,
deserve
I was
this.
gonna say.
Yeah, BGJ played perfectly. They drafted currently. I don't know, Cole. They went for the next level draft. I'm not sure, but
They did.
I want to say